Hi everyone, Shanna and Karen here from Certified RN. We are going over our questions again today, and we are going to do question number 9. I'm going to read the question and then Karen's going to discuss it with us. Just read the question below. Ideally, it'd be best to pause the video and answer it yourself and then come back for the discussion. So I'm going to read right here from my phone, and question number 9. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. The Nursing Clinical Practice Council is revising the policy on internal feedings. The current policy requires the nurse to turn off the feeding whenever lowering the head of the bed. Many of the staff feel this action is unnecessary and may result in nurses forgetting to turn the feeding back on once the patient is repositioned. Which of the following is the most effective first step in addressing this procedure? I think that this is a good one because actually, just at work, we were just talking about, clinical based evidence versus just practice and things that you've just always done. It's so hard. This is a really good question, though. All right, Karen.
Yes, I think it is. And if you think about it, you turn it off at that exact point, and then the patient still has all this residual, all this. It does seem like a great nursing question, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you could lose nutrition if you forget to turn it back on. And we all know we've done that before. So I really love this. So what is the nurse going to do? Well, you always start in the literature.
Yeah.
Always start in the literature. Before you even talk to anybody, go to the literature. So it's great to start getting people involved, but get yourself ready first. So, and the place I always start is the AACN website. That's the first place I go. Maybe they've already looked at this and they already have some guidelines for me. So always start with the literature. So if we look at our options, it's great to get other people's input, but interdisciplinary opinion is great, but they might shut you down on the issue before you even get started if you don't know the background literature. Oh, that's not important. So it's always good to come in with your mind really sharp and ready to discuss. So I don't like A because of that. So I really think B is your best answer. Conduct a literature review for current evidence based on guidelines and see what you've got. And that's going to help guide you. So really B is your best one. It's great to get the dietitian involved, but they probably won't know much about that actual maneuver that nurses do.
Yeah.
They might be able to think it through, but probably just as good as you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then contact other hospitals in the community. This would be like my second favorite, because another thing I like to do is I find out what other facilities are doing, and sometimes they have policies on this type of thing, and I can look at their reference list.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yes, I'd love to share with our colleagues at other hospitals, but once again, in practice, always start with the literature.
Yes. Awesome. I think it's such a good reminder, because I think it was just always been easy to turn to the nurse who's been there the longest, like, so what do we do? And then it's just over time, I've personally learned this, is that not all nurses are the same, I mean, some, get really stuck in habit, and that it's hard to break sometimes, so like you said, if you look up the literature yourself and do your own research, and you got it from a reputable source, there's no one could argue with you.
Right. And that's nice, because sometimes people don't want to be presented with another problem. And yet it looks like some of the nurses in that unit have seen it as an issue. So having the literature ready to go and knowing what the evidence says. And here's the thing is, you might not find any evidence on this, but you might. So maybe another nurse has done a study. So
yeah,
that's good.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for going over the question with Karen and I. We've got plenty more questions that you can review with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. All right. Thanks so much. Bye. All right.